What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with some very exciting Mass Effect news. Of course, the same week that I do my Bioware's and Big Trouble video and talk about how things are going bad at the developer, they decided to drop this on me. A buddy of mine just texted me this and was like, wholly explicit, you got to go look at this right now. So, what we're about to watch is the official teaser trailer for the next Mass Effect game, which this is kind of nuts because they just announced Legendary Edition. They said they've been working on a new game, but we hadn't heard much. So let's go ahead and we're going to watch this, and then we're going to talk about it. This looks pretty cool. Let's see what we got here.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched.
Roger, copy. Eagle, Houston, you're a go for landing, over.
Ventura Station. Unknown vessel approaching. We need first contact protocols.
Humanity now stands as partners in the galaxy. Hawk 6 is away. Godspeed.
Is anyone receiving this? We've lost contact. Anomaly readings all across space.
Don't do this to me, Bioware. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Wow. Wow, that is. All right, let's go back and we'll play through it again. I'm gonna pause here just for a second. So that's crazy. The music, everything there was just Mass Effect. That the Reaper, you had the Reaper noise pop in there. I mean, and so just this from a quick glance, I'm guessing they're gonna go with the destroy ending as the canon ending for Mass Effect 3, just based on some stuff we saw. That was definitely Liara at the end. Fight me, I don't care. That was Liara. I don't care what you say. So let's go through this. I mean, this is insane. I heard a couple voices. I'll have to go through this a couple times to kind of analyze everything after this later on. But man, so the first thing I noticed, and I hope this isn't Bioware just trolling us. Actually, in this opening shot, you have the Andromeda Galaxy up in the top left right here, and obviously the Milky Way in the middle. So that's kind of cool. You can hear Udina talking in this little bit here too about, like, we were being monitored in the 20th century, which basically was, I guess, the rest of the galaxy, keeping an eye on us to see what we were doing. There's all kinds of neat stuff in here. But what's really interesting too, and I noticed this. Okay, let's stop here. So this appears to be, I can't tell if this is like a ring world or if this is like supposed to be a cluster of a galaxy. This looks really close to the Helios cluster in Mass Effect Andromeda. Because if you remember that game, the Helios cluster was kind of like the Sol system, but they had it was really dark. It was like orange, and it had that like stuff. I can't remember what they call it. The scourge or whatever the heck that stuff was floating all around. God, this looks a lot like that, and it's weird that they have two parallel things that kind of hint toward Andromeda. In this sort of teaser. I'm trying to figure out what planet this might be. That's too small to be Jupiter, I think, but and there's all these voices in here. I'm trying to figure out who the voices are, but this part right here is pretty sweet because this is, as we get closer in, this is a destroyed Mass Effect, or a destroyed mass relay. So the question would be, is this the relay that Shepard destroys in the Arrival DLC? Because that could be, although that thing blew up pretty good. I don't think anything would be left of it, but you never know. Or is this a mass relay that was destroyed after the events of Mass Effect 3, which, if you remember the destroy ending, blew through some of the relays when you destroyed the Reapers. So, very cool. And then, of course, you play through this part, you hear the Reaper noise goes through, and that kind of makes, I imagine, made people jump out of their seats there. But so it goes through there, and then we kind of have this, there's some voices here, and again, I can kind of understand what some of them are saying, but we go to this other planet, and I don't remember seeing this ship type anywhere in Mass Effect. Could be wrong. I'll have to take a look at that a little bit more closely. We've got 1, 2, 3 moons. I don't know if that'll give us any clues about where this is, but the cool thing right here. Okay, cool. We got this. She's kind of going up this hill. You got a crashed Reaper in the background here. You can see the legs. Definitely, this is definitely a Reaper in the background. It's sort of blocking out the sun. So again, this makes me think this next game is going to be after the events of Mass Effect 3. So that was, I saw that almost instantly. That's pretty awesome. And then here she picks up what appears to be an N7 symbol off this guy's armor. And of course, we all assume this was Commander Shepard's armor, possibly. And then, okay, hold up. Let me stop this here before it fades too much. So let's see. Oh, I keep missing it. All right, so as we get a look in the distance here, we've got this ship that, like I said, I don't remember seeing a ship like this before, so that's kind of neat. And you can see again, there's the 2 moons here. This looks to be, I'm guessing that's a Krogan, judging on the body type. That's definitely a Solarian right here on the left. And maybe in the middle, I'm guessing another human, but I can't tell. Or it could be a Drell. So that's, you know, that's what's kind of interesting, because if they sort of go with the canon Mass Effect, Morden wouldn't be alive, so that wouldn't be Morden. And I can't remember if Commander Kirrahe survived the whole thing or not. That was the Hold the Line guy from the first game. It just kind of depends on the choices you made there. But yeah, I think that might be a Drell, and that's definitely a Krogan. So would that be Grunt? Would it be Rex? And then we have, of course, the money shot here where we get the glimpse of this is Liara, definitely. Has to be her. Has to be Liara. We got the freckles. And she's the only Asari that smiles. When I first saw this, I thought maybe this is Tali without her mask on. But this is crazy. And the music they have playing with this is absolutely amazing. But so this is interesting. And planet-wise, I immediately think of Noveria, but I can't remember if there were moons on Noveria. And the other question would be, how does Shepard's armor make it to this planet? Because the Citadel, when you fired the Crucible, was over Earth, was in Earth's orbit. So how would the N7 armor arrive on this planet? Now, there's a couple crazy directions this could go in, and one of the things I said earlier was there's some teasers for Andromeda here. We saw the Andromeda Galaxy all the way at the beginning, and then we also kind of see what looks like, I guess, the Helios cluster in one of these clips here. So what if they do some kind of like Avengers Endgame, like time heist crap, and they have the Crucible like rip a hole in time space, and you wind up in Andromeda, or Shepard's body gets jettisoned halfway across the galaxy, and they're looking for him. But man, I guess I don't know what they're doing here. This is crazy. Obviously, they're looking for Commander Shepard, but man, this is this is pretty cool. So we have obviously no date yet. This is just a teaser trailer. Wow. Like I said, don't do this to me, Bioware. Not now. This is not the time for this. Just when I've got one foot out the door, you kind of bring me back with this. I would lie if I'd say I wasn't excited. Of course, you know, we can go back and we can say, hey, the Andromeda trailers were just as hype as this, but obviously we know what happened with that game. But as a Mass Effect fan, this is like literally my favorite gaming franchise of all time. And I'm really excited to see what they do with this. I gotta be honest. Especially seeing some of the old cast, seeing the Crash Reaper, seeing the blown up Mass Relay. It looks to me like this is going to be at least mostly in the Milky Way galaxy. And we also kind of heard a little bit of the chatter in there, the radio chatter. Somebody mentioned Arcturus Station and the contact protocols, and that actually goes back to the first Contact War with the Turians, which is when we met the Turians and kind of came into relations with the rest of the galaxy. So I don't know if they're just kind of replaying a history there of the universe, or if this game maybe is going to be you play through like the history of Mass Effect. I don't know. Obviously we were assuming it's going to be a third-person shooter, RPG, but who knows? I mean, this is cool, and I gotta be honest, this makes me pretty hopeful for for the future here for Bioware. Yeah, it's just hard though with all the stuff they've had going on at the studio, with how bad Anthem was and how they've handled things. But man, they're gonna get their hooks back in me. I just know it. Just when you think they're down for the count, they drop. You know, maybe they dropped this because they were getting a lot of negative press about the guys leaving the company. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. We're definitely gonna dive into this a little bit more and check this out online, see what else we can figure out. I'd like to figure out who these voices are talking through this, like at certain points, and just in general, this is pretty cool. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. If you haven't seen this trailer, obviously you just saw it here, but I'll put a link down below so you can go watch it on their official page, because I think you could actually get it in 4K on their page, so you can check that out. But man, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool, and if you're as big a fan of Mass Effect as I am, I think this is going to probably get you excited. Like I said, this is my favorite video game franchise of all time. I've got well over 1,000 hours across the 3 games, another 700 plus in the multiplayer on 3, and I played through the original trilogy like 7 times. So I was super excited for Legendary Edition coming out to remaster the original trilogy, but this is cool. So, all right, guys, I am going to jump off here. I actually was supposed to be making my raid Shadow Legends Doom Tower video right now, but I got back from exercising, and my buddy had texted me that he's a big Mass Effect fan too, and he's like, dude, you gotta check this out right now. So I came to check it out, so here we go. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know down below if this excites you, if you're too skeptical at this point with Bioware, and just in general what you think about this and the future of the Mass Effect franchise, because I think it's just pretty sweet. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again next time.